Dear ones, we're the Pleiadians. We love you dearly, and we wish to give our message for humanity on a global level and a personal one. We will start with the global. This message is channeled through Michael, who is a Pleiadian himself. Globally, there are many frequency changes. Things are going in the right direction. However, there are still many loose ends, pockets of extreme darkness are still existing around the earth. The darker energies are holding on, don't die off easily. But there is much light coming into the planet. There are many star children being born in Syria, for example, a troubled area. There are many souls that have chosen to incarnate there, to change the frequencies. There is much more power in emanating your light than in the old way of suppression and egotism. Even world leaders can only make decisions within a certain range. This range is determined by the consciousness of the collective. So your light has much influence on the whole. The events that you see in the news are mostly a charade, are picked to invoke certain fearful feelings in people. They are chosen in a certain way, and world leaders are mostly influenced and controlled by others, by people behind the curtains. Certain families that have been in power for centuries, secretively. However, these old structures are slowly breaking down and have already lost most of their influence. Because, like we said, the greater influence is with the consciousness of the collective. Let us speak now to your personal lives. They will partly become more easy and partly become more hard. The part that becomes more easy is the part where you are in alignment with the divine. The part that becomes harder is the part where you're moving within old structures that are breaking down. For example, within your job scenario, if it doesn't serve the highest good, it will be harder to sustain. And you might say, but I have to do it because I need to survive. We will speak to this. Now, the easiest option would be to follow your intuition, your creativity, and your joy. However, within the survival paradigm, this is not always possible. In that case, it might be helpful to realize that much of the suffering on this planet currently comes from mistaken identity, from not knowing your true identity, thinking that you are just a cog in the wheel of society. In fact, you are the light, and within that light exists your true identity. While you might see yourself as a slave of society, you might be in fact a light worker, a shaman, a star person, a person that brings great relief to people, consoles them, brings compassion. All of these things and more can be part of your true identity. To realize it, you do not necessarily need to do something different, because you might be already doing it without realizing. You might be already giving compassion to people, giving healing to the earth, or bringing through higher frequencies and anchoring them into the earth. So it is a matter of seeing it, feeling it, knowing it, and being it. From intending to know more about your true identity, it will automatically become more apparent, and then you will be yourself, even in a difficult situation. You will feel that you are in your truth, centered in your truth, and you will not feel controlled in the same way. Let us speak now about your emotional life. The part of life here that becomes more hard is the part where you have suppressed emotions, pushed them down, because in the new energy of openness they will come up faster and in a more intense way. So it will be more effective to face them. Emotionally, the part that becomes of life that becomes more easy is the part of the emotions that you've already embraced and accepted. You can soften here even more, because it will be much easier. The emotions, you will have more peace with these emotions that you've already embraced, and they'll flow much more easily. Now let us speak about the mental body. Mentally, the part of life where you're holding on to a certain philosophy, to a mental construct, even if it is a high one, about enlightenment, for example, your experience will become more difficult, more meager, because the limitations of your philosophies, of your mental constructs, will become much more obvious. The part of life where you are spontaneous, where you embrace yourself as a multidimensional being, will flow more easily, and you will feel less of a need to hold on to mental constructs when you are into your intuition, your spontaneity. If you are in an organization that is secretive, that creates a separation from the world, you will experience that things will become more dysfunctional. Because in the new atmosphere of openness, these organizations or groups will be much harder to sustain, and Groups and collectives that are about openness will thrive much more, such as open source programming, such as sharing of information on the basis of donation, such as collective meditations for everyone. All of these things will thrive much more. This is our message. We're the Pleiadians. We love you dearly. Please receive now our frequencies in the language of light. They are healing. They are ancient, but they are always brand new. So close your eyes and take a deep breath to receive these frequencies. We're the Pleiadians. Focus now on your heart and let in these frequencies. Let it expand and receive our love, the love from the Pleiades. With the Pleiadians, send your love out now to all of humanity. This will be the last transmission of this channel. We're the Pleiadians. Thank you for receiving our messages.